All right, hello. Today is day 69 of our class. Now, what I've been doing for the last couple days is I have been coding. I have coded and gotten to work. I have gotten to work the chapter 16 chapter example. Show it to you in a moment. Yes, I got mine to work. For some reason, it appeared as though what I had in there was corrupted. I don't have any idea how it got corrupted or whatever. But I got a hold of Evan and I said, hey, this just isn't working right. And he suggested a few things and I tried them, and I had tried some of them already. And I tried the other things he suggested and nothing worked. So this morning he got a hold of me and said, hey, why don't you just bring in a new version? So go out on the student download, go out to the EX solutions, find the chapter 13 EX bookstore. All right. And basically bring that project in again and work off of that project. So that's what I did. In fact, what I think I'm going to do here, I believe I already have one of these out there on the system, out in GitHub. There it is, CH13EX bookstore. I'm going to remove that one that I put out there yesterday, and I'm going to replace it with a brand new one. You can either use the one I replace it with, or you can start all over again. Totally up to you. But what should happen when you go in and run this is it should basically look like this. All right, so it has a log out button now because I'm logged in as Jeffrey P. I set up an account for myself. If I log out, I can register or I can log in. I can log in, and I made myself a couple of accounts. The other one I did was, I believe, JP Scott. All right. And if I log in, notice I'm JP Scott and I can do all this stuff. And under authors, all I've got here is this stuff. In other words, I cannot go in right now. All right. I cannot go in and basically do any of this stuff. All right. So I can add things to the cart. I can look at author information. I cannot change any author information. I can look at book information on here, but notice I can only add things to the cart. I cannot change anything. All right. So what I still have to do is I have to go in and add an admin in here. I have not gotten that far, but I followed all of the steps. I went back and reread the chapter, and I watched both of Evan's lectures again. I'd like you to do the same thing. I want you to create the chapter 16 project, keying in what's in the book in lieu of doing the assignment for chapter 16. When I say the assignment, I mean the project for chapter 16. So this will still be worth 25 to 50 points. But I want you to not only key it in, but I'd like you to comment it. I have been working on this, and I've also been working on the chapter 16 case study. And in that case study, we are to come in and authenticate and authorize users for the Sports Pro database. I have been working on that. I've got it, most of it keyed in, but I have a couple errors I'm still trying to work out. If I can get that done, and that's my hope, then Monday, the 24th, we'll spend all period going over this example. If I can't get it done, Then we'll push what we were going to do Monday back until I can get it done, but we'll do some other stuff. So it says we will go over this. In lieu of us going over it, I'd like you to do a combination of watching Evan's work and reading it yourselves, keying the information in, and adding comments. Comment it liberally. If you can understand what's going on in here, you're basically should be able to take much of this code and literally do some copy and paste and make the sales order database that we've been working on work. So that's the goal. On Monday, you will be given the last hands-on test. Rather than going over project 16.1, I've asked you now to go in and key this one in that we've been working on. If I can get this to work by Monday, we'll go over the case study. Okay? That's the hope, at least. And I'll be working on it this weekend. On Tuesday, I've created a bunch of JavaScript / React examples for you already. I'm going to keep working on that. We're going to spend part of the period on that. On Wednesday, we'll go over chapter 17, ASP.NET deployment. All right. That's all I have scheduled. So you're going to get another email from me on this very shortly. And that email will explain everything that you are supposed to be doing. I'm checking in here to see if anybody is getting onto the system. Now, this has only been 10 minutes long. All right. But I went through a lot in this. So let me grab this. I'm going to copy it to the clipboard and I'm going to modify. All right, I'm going to oops, I don't want to do it there. I'm going to modify. So let me do a new email. And I'm going to go paste this in, modify it to show exactly what we are doing, what we're going to do. All right, so this was, I guess I didn't save that line, so let me save that line as well. It's up here. All right. So as it says now in here, day 69 is beginning, has begun. This was the link. I believe the link is correct. I'm surprised nobody's jumped on yet, but it's okay regardless. All right. Today, I'm going to make changes here. I want you to key in the chapter 16 example using the chapter 13 EX Bookstore app. All right. I am going to reload this into the repo, and that repo is at right here. So I'm going to talk on. I am going to reload this into the repo at URL, that one. All right. So that'll be, I'll reload it in just a moment. If you don't want to use mine, then don't. All right. So what does this say? Hello. We began at 12:05. This was the URL, right? Okay. Nobody's joining me. Today, I want you to key in this. Why that's lit up like that. Come on. That's good. Golly, Miss Molly. Come on. All right, so today I want you to do this. I'm going to reload this from the following URL. Enter here. All right. Tomorrow will be lab. I'm going to try to get my act together. On Monday, you'll be given the last hands-on test for this class. All right. In addition, we will go over the chapter 16 case study problem as a class. On Tuesday, we will go over some JavaScript React examples, and I will give you the source in a repo. On Wednesday, we'll go over chapter 17. The rest of the semester will be lab. All right, so this work will be due here. This will be due on 30th. And finally, your hands-on test will be due Wednesday the 3rd, your portfolio Thursday the 4th. All right, so I'm going to reload this, and I'm going to, as I put in here, I want you to key this in lieu of you doing project 16.1. This assignment must include comments, let's say liberal comments, and will be worth 50 points. So one last time. All right. We began at 12:05. This was the URL. Today, as it's mentioned right here, I want you to key in the chapter 16 chapter example. So the one that runs throughout the book in the chapter, starting on page 650 or whatever it was. So starting on page 647 and going to about page 700. All right, I want you to key that in. I'm going to reload my copy of the chapter 13 one here into this repo in just a moment. So I want you to key this in lieu of doing project 16.1, which was adding the ability to authorize and authenticate in the quarterly sales app. I'm going to make sure I want you to use liberal comments so you can show me you know what's on. It'll be worth 50 points. All right. Tomorrow will be lab. Please make sure you've got the chapter 12 and 13 work done by Sunday. The chapter 16 work will be due a week from Sunday. On Monday of next week, you'll be given your last hands-on test. We will go over it, and in addition, we will go over the chapter 16 case study problem as a class. Even if I have errors in it, we will go over it anyway. All right. So you're going to get this email in just a moment. All right. So we began here, and I'm going to put here, since nobody showed, which is okay. All right. The This video will be available shortly on my YouTube channel at URL, and I'll put the URL right there. All right, once I get it. Okay, that's all I have for today. Okay, you will be getting within the next week or two, you will be getting the course evaluations. You want to rate me, the class, or the book over the coals, that'll be your chance to do so. You want to say nice things about me, the book, or the class, that'll be your chance to do so. All right, that's all I've got. I will talk to you on Monday. Have a nice weekend.